Hello, today I'll be showing you how to install Bootstrap 4 on Windows 10 and how to use Sublime Text 3 to work with it. So the first thing we'll do is install Sublime Text 3. I'm using a 64-bit version of Windows. If you're using a 32-bit, use this link. I'm going to use the 64-bit version. Once that's installed, just run the setup file. Go through the motions, install it. Check if it's installed by going to the Start menu and type Sublime. It should show up right here. Next, we'll install the Bootstrap 4 framework. So go to Download, and then under Compiled CSS and JavaScript, hit Download here, which will install the latest version of Bootstrap. Hit Save. Now we need to extract the zip file that you downloaded, and inside you should have two folders. One is going to be CSS and JavaScript. We'll come back to that later. Now we need to install jQuery, which is used by Bootstrap. Install the latest compressed production version of jQuery. So click that link, and you're going to be presented by all this text. All you have to do is right click, go to Save As, and save it. Likewise for Popper.js, we hit Unpackage for Popper.js, the source, and right click, hit Save As, and save. Now we're going to set up our website directory. You can set it up anywhere you want. For this example, I'll do the desktop, and I'll create a folder called website. So in here we have to put the CSS and JavaScript folders that we installed from Bootstrap. So go to the extracted folder, copy the CSS and JavaScript folders, go back to your website directory and paste it in the root directory of your website. Now inside the JavaScript folder are the Bootstrap JavaScript files, but we also need to include the jQuery and Popper JavaScript files that we downloaded. So copy these, go back to your website directory to the JavaScript folder and paste that there. So now we need to set up Sublime to efficiently edit our index.html. So open up Sublime and just hit Control-S to save this file, and we'll save this in our website and we'll call it index.html. Now we need to install package control. So go to Tools and go down here to where it says Install Package Control. You should get this message that says it was successfully installed. Now we need to go to Preferences, Package Control, and go to Install Package. And we want to download Bootstrap 4 autocomplete, and then go back and install Bootstrap 4 snippets. And this pop-up menu should show up. You can just close that and go back and install Autoprefixer. Now what we have to do is we have to add this command, which I will link below in the description, to our Preferences.sublime-settings file. So just in case it's different, just in case this path directory is different for your machine, to check the directory for where that file is located, go to your Preferences, Package Settings, Package Control, Settings, Default. Now you would think you would be able to edit this directly, but if you type, you can't edit it. And even if you open Sublime in admin mode, you still can't edit this folder. this file. So use this path to edit this file directly. So in my case, it's located in C, users, user, app data, roaming, Sublime Text 3, packages, user, and right here, or where was it? It was preferences, yeah, so it's actually this file. So you can open it with Notepad or whatever you want, and just add a comma, enter, and then paste that command and save it, and then you can exit it. So what this allows us to do now is if we wanted to here, let's just close Sublime just in case and reopen it. So if we have a blank indexed HTML file, to set it up quickly, you can just hit B4 and type in HTML, and then this template shows up, and you can create this template. So now we need to reference our CSS file and our jQuery, Popper, and Bootstrap JavaScript files. So to do that, we're going to modify this. So all we have to do is get rid of this here. And if we look at our root directory for our website, this link href is going to be relative to where index.html is placed. So if we want to access our CSS file, we have to point to the CSS folder and then the name of the file. So to do that, we're going to get rid of this stuff here, where we're going to leave CSS because that's the folder we named it, and we're going to call bootstrap min CSS. And if we go to our CSS folder, it should be right there. Likewise, we're going to do the same thing for our 3 JavaScript files. So we can get rid of this stuff here. We can modify this, put JS, but we have to put the right version of jQuery that we have. So in our case, it's going to be jQuery. You can just hit rename, copy it, and then paste it right here. Now we have to do Popper. So again, delete that stuff. Point to the JavaScript folder. And let's check if the name is the same. It is. In our case, popper.min.js is the same we have. So now, finally, we just need to add the Bootstrap. So it should be the same, bootstrap.min.js. You can just double check bootstrap.min.js. And that's about it. So now, to make sure everything is working properly, you can go to you can save this file and go to your website directory and then just open index.html, and you should see this. And you should be able to, for instance, add a nav bar. So you can do B4, type nav, click on nav bar, and it adds this nice nav bar template for you. And if you wanted to fix the formatting, you can do Control A, go to Edit, Line, Reindent. And if you refresh your web page, you should see a nav bar here. It does look fuggly, doesn't it? Let's see if we messed up somewhere. Bootstrap.min.css, and Popper, jQuery. I wonder if it's supposed to look like that. I guess it's supposed to look like that. Not sure. Let's try another one. Just a regular nav bar. I suppose that looks fine. I guess we can check by going here and just using the CDN. Let's try that instead. So if we want to comment this out, let's try doing that, and let's do the same for the JavaScript. And let's do this. So they look the same, so that means that we did place the right ones. So let's check that original nav bar that we started with. That kind of looked funky. Yeah, so it's just supposed to look like that. Okay. Alright, so we can get rid of this again. Uncomment what we did. I'll delete this nav bar. So yeah, if you don't want to have to go to edit line, re-indent every time you want it to reformat it, you can just create a key binding. So currently Control-Shift-M isn't being used, so I'll use that as a key bind. So to do that, you can go to Tools, or excuse me, I think Preferences, Key Bindings, and you can just add a key binding here. So I'll just copy this guy, paste it here, and I'll do Control-Shift-M and call it re-indent. And then we can close this. So that way if I modify some things, I want to re-indent it, I can just do Control-A, and then Control-Shift-M, and it fixes everything. And that's about it.